Greg Daniels and Mike Schur are such smart, funny, well-observed writers. And I love their sort of attention to detail and just their take on the world. So I just knew they were going to write something great, and they did. They wrote a great part. This whole experience has been just a mind blower because on one end of the spectrum, I'm still on Brothers and Sisters, and I'm doing that sort of really real, angsty drama. And then I drive my car about 17 blocks, and I come here, and I do completely outrageous, just really flat out comedy. And both are with great, great casts. But I feel like it's the yin and the yang, and it's the kind of stuff as an actor you dream of. And you so rarely get a chance to do both, much less in the same week. So I'm having the time of my life right now. What I love about Chris Traeger is his unrelenting enthusiasm. He is the most positive person in the world. And he is also very, very intense and specific. And so whether he's ordering how he would like his water or describing the kind of colors he wants on a graph, everything means the world to him. And I actually know about 3 or 4 people who are very similar. And this is one of those opportunities where I've really been able to steal blatantly from about 3 or 4 people in my life to play Chris. And again, it's what I love about him. He's not a romantic lead. He's a big, fat nerd, and I am loving it. And on this show, like The Office, the acting world, the acting tone is very specific. And I always felt watching it that that's the kind of show I'd like to be on. I mean, I used to watch The Office. I'd watch Parks and Rec. I go, I could do that. I'd like to do that kind of thing. And you never know what the universe is going to offer up to you. And so here I am. Pawnee, like many cities across America, they have horrific deficits. And so I'm going to swoop in with my partner, Ben, and we are going to bring Pawnee back from the brink, or not. And Chris has his way of dealing with it, and his partner, Ben, has his way of dealing with it. And it's sort of the new, unique version of good cop, bad cop. I'm a huge Adam fan, and more importantly, my children are. When I told my boys, they're like, "Oh, he's great! I love him." I say, "Okay, it's going to be cool. I'm doing something cool." My kids like it. He's funny. He's very dry. He and I have a good sort of simpatico chemistry. I think because we're really, really different. Certainly, the characters are really different. This all came about because Greg Daniels and Mike Schur, the creators, had this idea for this part. Literally, it was one of those great moments where the phone rang, wasn't expecting it, and they said, "We have this idea, come in and talk to us." And I came in and they said, when we created Parks and Rec, we wanted to make the comedy version of The West Wing. Whereas if the drama takes place in the White House, then the comedy should take place in the Parks and Rec department. And I'd never heard that before, but when you think about it, it makes perfect sense. And it was at that moment I knew that I belonged here. I think there just may be some fireworks with the lovely Rashida Jones. And that makes me very happy.